He was just walking home. A quiet night, empty street, nothing unusual, until flashing lights cut through the dark. Minutes later, a man was lying on the ground, bleeding. At first, everyone thought it was a random attack. But the truth was far more personal. 0:30 to 1:30 the setting. It happened in Atlanta, Georgia, on a cool Thursday night in late September. Marcus Hill, 32 years old, was walking home from a late shift at a printing company. He texted his sister at 10:08 p.m., saying he'd be home in 15 minutes. He never made it. At 10:26, neighbors on Lyndale Avenue reported hearing gunshots. Police arrived within minutes. Marcus was found on the sidewalk, one gunshot wound to the chest, phone still in his hand. 1:30 to 2:30 the first theory. At first, investigators believed it was a robbery gone wrong. Marcus's wallet was missing. His phone had fallen beside him. Atlanta PD called it a random act of violence, the kind that happens too often. But something didn't fit. His sister said Marcus rarely carried cash. And when detectives pulled CCTV footage from nearby shops, they noticed something odd: Marcus wasn't alone. 2:30 to 3:30 the shadow. At 10:15 p.m., a security camera caught Marcus walking past a gas station. A man in a dark hoodie followed about 40 feet behind him. The camera caught only the side of the man's face, too blurry to identify. But here's the strange part: the man stopped, waited, then turned down the same street Marcus lived on. 3:30 to 4:30 the clues start to unravel. The next morning, detectives canvassed the neighborhood. One neighbor mentioned hearing two voices arguing before the shot, one of them sounded familiar. Another said Marcus had been dealing with something lately but didn't say what. When police searched Marcus's apartment, they found a hidden drawer. Inside were several unopened letters, all from the same sender, T. Garner. 4:30 to 5:30 the past he never spoke of. Detectives traced the letters to Travis Garner, a man Marcus went to high school with. Turns out, Travis had done time in prison for aggravated assault, and had been released only 3 months earlier. Marcus's co-workers told detectives that he'd been anxious lately. He'd even changed his route home, saying someone was following him. 5:30 to 6:30 the twist begins. Police found Travis at a small apartment across town. When they brought him in, he denied knowing anything about Marcus's death. But when asked about the letters, he froze. They weren't hate letters. They were apologies. Each one started the same way: "I didn't mean to hurt your brother." 6:30 to 7:30 a hidden tragedy. Detectives dug deeper. 10 years ago, Marcus's younger brother, Daryl, had been killed in a bar fight. The man convicted of manslaughter was Travis Garner. He'd served 8 years and been released early for good behavior. After getting out, he'd written to Marcus several times, trying to apologize, to explain. But Marcus never wrote back. 7:30 to 8:30 a meeting gone wrong. Police later discovered text messages on Marcus's phone. The last one sent before he died read, "We can talk tonight. I'll be walking home around 10. It was sent to Travis. So the night Marcus died, the two men were supposed to meet. It wasn't a random attack, it was a meeting between two men haunted by the same tragedy. 8:30 to 9:30 the missing piece. When detectives checked Travis's apartment again, they found his hoodie, washed, but still damp. Inside the pocket was Marcus's missing wallet. Travis confessed, partially. He said they argued, Marcus pushed him, and the gun just went off. But the autopsy told a different story: the bullet entered at close range, straight to the chest. 9:30 to 10:30 the emotional unraveling. At trial, Travis broke down. He said he'd carried guilt for years and only wanted forgiveness. Marcus, he claimed, refused to let go of the past, saying, "You ruined my family." Travis said the gun was meant to scare him, not kill him. The jury didn't buy it. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison for second-degree murder. 10:30 to 11:30 The aftermath. Marcus's sister later said she wished her brother had stayed home that night. She'd always told him forgiveness could wait, but Marcus wanted peace. Instead, he found tragedy. The letters, the guilt, the meeting, everything pointed to one truth. Sometimes forgiveness can heal, but sometimes, it reopens wounds too deep to close. 11:30 to 12 o'clock Closing reflection. The police never found signs of robbery. The man they first thought was a random shooter turned out to be someone from Marcus's past, someone he once trusted. He wasn't just walking home. He was walking toward a second chance that never came. Candle real crimes. Real stories. Real time. Subscribe for more true stories that prove, sometimes, the truth hurts more than the lie.